to the inaugural LG Life is Good Film Fest launch. I know why everybody's here today. We have a special guest. And that special guest is here to join us to celebrate the launch of this new film festival. And where it really came from is, if we think about life's good, does that, has anyone heard of the slogan or the motto that we use, life's good? Every ad that we do, every communication that you'll see from LG, what does life's good mean? So actually life's good is actually defined by the individual. So life's good can mean different things to different people. And that's part of the inspiration that came when we talked about this film festival, is we want to actually create a film festival that allows both film enthusiasts and filmmakers to define life's good themselves, as opposed to us telling people what we think life's good is. So that's really the inspiration behind the film festival. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce our special guest. Please welcome Jamie Foxx. Did you not introduce the movie Ray here as well?
We did. We introduced the movie Ray, which is a beautiful breakthrough of a movie, especially what you're doing as far as film festivals are concerned, and what you're trying to do. Because the history of Ray Charles is very interesting. It didn't have a studio. It was an independent film. And Taylor Hackford had wanted to do this film for a number of years. And when we finally got together to do it, it was just like, just a gut punch that this is a great story. Nobody knew what Ray Charles was about. Everybody thought Ray Charles was just, America the Beautiful.
Now, Ray was heavily involved in the whole process, was he not?
Most definitely. Meeting Mr. Charles for the first time, he walks up and I said, Mr. Charles, I want to do a great job with this movie. He says, hey, you know what, listen, if you can play the blues, man, you can do it. So we sat down on dual pianos and we started playing the blues together. And then we went from playing the blues to Thelonious Monk. Anybody know something about Thelonious Monk? It's a little tricky, right? So as we're playing that, he's playing this intricate thing, and then I hit a wrong note. He goes, damn it, why did you hit that wrong note? And I said, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Charles, I was just trying to keep up with it. He said, and he gave me a metaphor. He said, the notes are right underneath your fingers. All you have to do is take time out to play the right notes, which is basically what life is. Life has all the notes that you want to play right underneath us. And he says, once you take time out to play those right notes, life is harmony. And so once I got the notes together, he jumped up, hey, that's it, the kids got it, and he walked out. And he walked out in such a way where you knew that was the last time we were going to see him. He transitioned on to heaven shortly after that. He got a chance to see the movie in its entirety. He gave it a thumbs up, and then he walked up into the sunset.
So what we're looking for is inspiring films. And those films are going to be in HD format, pure HD. So we thought about how we could do the submissions. We could do it online. That's one way of doing it. But actually, from a technology perspective, we've actually gone old school, snail mail submissions. And the reason that we did that is because we actually believe that the films that we get in need to come in their purest form, uncompressed, which will allow us to display the films in the best possible way. So how are you going to be able to enjoy those films? Well, we've basically got a few options. One is we've partnered up with YouTube, and you're going to be able to see the films on YouTube. So we've actually set up youtube.com/LG Film Fest. You can see the films there. We've already got a couple of submissions in before our launch event, which is exciting, but we're expecting a lot more. Second place is lgfilmfest.com itself. So that's our website where you can gather any information you need about the Film Fest that we don't share with you today, if you need to follow up with that. And the last but not least, we're going to be able to show it in stores. So if you think about the retail environment and in malls, you're going to be able to enjoy these films through the holiday season this year. Do you still feel that music is more your calling than acting?
Yeah, I feel that, because that's like what my grandmother started me out on, and that's where I'm comfortable with singing. What's different about singing is that when you have a hit record, when people sing it, it's amazing to see those people singing your songs. Like when you're doing jokes or whatever. Some of the jokes may fly, some of the jokes may not. You do a movie, some of the stuff in the movie may work, and then when the movie comes out, it doesn't work. But the music, I still feel like that's my call.
Talk to us about your tour, because I know
you're a part of a massive tour right now,
Yeah,
North America
yeah.
wide, and you're here in Toronto as well.
Here in Toronto,
Part of that.
we're going to do some love music tonight. You know? So ladies, come out for some of the love music. But the music actually happened. You know, happenstance. I throw house parties at my crib all the time. And I never forget running into Puffy, who throws like the biggest party in the world, like $2 million, $3 million for a party. And at one point I said, Puff, how much is this party? He says, oh, Playboy, it's about $2 million. I said, well, you come to my house, I'll throw a party for $400. That will be just as fun, right? So one day he comes to LA, and what I would do at my house, I would throw house parties, but in the back, I had a studio in the back of my house. So I would have Snoop and Busta Rhymes or Brian McKnight, all these different, you know, big time singers always leave me something in my studio because I wanted to be, I wanted to be in the music. So one day I'm throwing this party and it's Puffy, Maya, Missy, Tweet, a young Jay-Z standing in the corner. Nobody even knew who he was. This is back in the day when Puff was doing We Ain't Going Nowhere. There was two guys standing by my garage. I said, what's your guys' name? They said, it's like this all the time, B. It's always fun. I said, yeah, what's your guys' name? I said, we're the Neptunes. I said, we're the Neptunes. I said, yeah, it seems like I heard of you guys. It was for real. And later on in that party, the young man walks in and his jaw's a little swollen and he has a backpack on. And I said, who's this kid right here? And they said, that's Kanye West. He's about to be the next guy. I said, well, let me hear you. I said, when people come to my house, they have to perform. It's mandatory. So he performs. Absolutely incredible. Never heard anybody rap like this. He was so gifted. And I said, young man, you're about to take off. He says, well, I want you to take off with me. He said, I have a song called Slow Jams. I want you to come sing on this song. I said, well, you know what? I happen to have a studio in the back there. We're talking now. You gotta go nowhere. Let's go get it. So it's interesting how me coming from my background in music, you know, I'm R&B. But here's a guy who was mixing the R&B and the hip hop together. So I said, well, how does the song go? He says, it goes like this. She says she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little, I said, I got it. She says she wants some more. He said, what are you doing? I said, well, I gotta put the sauce on it. He said, don't do that, you're gonna kill it. And I said, okay, well, I'll sing it like you tell me to sing it. So I sung it like he told me to sing it. In my mind, I'm thinking, this is whack. This song isn't gonna go anywhere. This is terrible. I didn't get a chance to put the sauce on it. So I go off to Australia, I do a bad movie. I come back.